Good afternoon, Professor Rigoli. My name's Steve Legakis, and this is my proposal for the ITEC 2900 capstone for the summer of 2017. I wasn't able to get you on the phone, so I figured I'd just do this just so you'd get a quick overview and give me a thumbs up or thumbs down on the topic. So basically, what we've got here is we have a problem. We have an auditorium with a lot of seating, and in many cases the seating is like you see here. It's not stadium seating, it's just flat seating. You have a lot of people who want to record their children or the event, whatever's going on. And unfortunately today we have a lot of people that'll stand up and have their iPhones out or even tablets. I've seen people with entire tablets out recording events and that kind of thing. So it's distracting to other people. It's there's got to be a better way. So my recommendation is to have a supported camera array. Now the array that you see here is not exactly what mine is. It's actually an HD camera array, but it's basically the same principle physically as what I'm looking for. You would suspend something like this from the roof, and it would allow individuals to manipulate each camera individually. Like this array has 100 cameras in it. You would be able to hand out 100 different IP addresses. Each user would be able to open their phone, go into the browser, type in the IP address of what they've been given, and be able to control the camera. Now, my goal is to actually have pan, tilt, and zoom on all of these, but I'm not sure what you're looking for as far as a deliverable for the end of the semester. So right now, if I did anything, if I actually created a real deliverable, it would be just a simple zoom camera. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to background check is physically what all hardware we need. Now, it's not going to be that expensive, I don't think, to build anything like this. Just from the cameras themselves would not be that expensive, but again, more research would have to be done. Um, this system would be scalable. If you had this particular array is 100, what you could do to increase the size would expand. You would have multiple arrays for the same venue. If you go back to the previous slide where there were several hundred seats, you figure one camera per family or per visiting couple or per whatever, you're probably going to be looking at about 500 cameras to 800 cameras for the last view. So you'd want 5 or 6 arrays of 100 to cover an event like that. And with this, you don't have people standing up in front of you. It's just a lot easier to manipulate on your phone than it is standing up in front of other people. Now, some of the basic stuff we're going to need obviously a 10 by 10 camera array. Looking at it, you're going to have 48 ports on a switch, so you would only need 96 cameras. You would also have to have a server running some web app. You'd have to have a storage device, and unfortunately on this, I do not have the router, the wireless capability that you would need. Depending on the venue and depending on the customer and what their needs are, you could expand this to include. Right now, Middle Georgia State University uses Axis and Milestone software. You could present this to a company like that and say, this could expand your services. You would be able to have them present this to their customers, or you could do this as an individual. If I was to manage to build this array for, let's say, 10 grand, I could walk into a high school and say, I'll record the whole thing, or let your customers record the whole thing for $1 an IP address or $5 an IP address, and everybody can at least break even, not necessarily make money. This is a breakdown, a diagram of what I'm looking to do. You have on here, you have the users. They would connect to the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi obviously interacts between the switch. The Wi-Fi connects to the switch, which is in between the cameras themselves and the server. The server then records and pushes out the video to either a cloud storage or a local storage. Given what I've seen, I don't think you'd need much for 100 cameras for a 1 hour, or let's say even a 2 hour venue. I don't think you'd need more than 50 gig of storage space for that much storage. The key here is how high a resolution you're looking to have on your cameras. The higher the resolution, the more storage intense the recordings are going to be. Um, so that's a consideration that I'm going to have to make as it progresses through this project. And basically, what I'm looking to do is have to build a cost of under $10,000 for the equipment. And again, if you charge $1 per IP per event, the people could go and download their videos later, or possibly if you stored them locally, tell the users, look, your student will deliver you a USB with the video on it, or a disc with the video on it, however, whatever medium you want to send out to the users. It would not be available that day, just because you don't want to have 100 people standing in line waiting for a DVD to burn for that particular thing. So it would have to go out in the next couple of days. Again, if it was stored in the cloud, it would be easier for them, but there's also the bandwidth issue of how to get that much camera storage up the hill to the cloud. And then there's the whole who's going to host the cloud and that kind of thing on that end. So again, it depends on the individual, and this is the beauty of this is it's scalable. It is completely scalable. You could do it locally, or you could do it for a college graduation of 500 or 600 students. It would be just as easy to have something like that. So this is my proposal. I'm not sure if this is something you're looking for would meets your criteria. I kind of think it is, but it's something that's been in the back of my mind, and I was just curious to see if you agreed with me. If you would just let me know, I'll wait to hear from you. Thank you.